So welcome back students. Now we'll continue with our session of time, distance and speed. This sum goes like a train travels a distance of 192 kilometers at an average speed of 80 kilometers per hour from station P to station Q. It then travels back to P taking 5 hours and 36 minutes. Find the average speed of the train on the return journey to P. Fine. So what is the question? So there are two stations. One is, let us say, P and one is Q. So a train is traveling from P to Q at 80 kilometers per hour, and this distance is 192 kilometers. So let us say it takes time T1 to reach here, and then it takes time T2 to reach back to P. And let us say that the speed here is S. So now the total time taken from P to Q, Q to P is 5 hours 36 minutes, which is 5.6 hours, correct? And I have to find the speed S. Now, while going and while coming back, it is traveling the same distance, which means 80 upon S. That is the ratio of the speed. Now, can I say T1 plus T2 is 5.6 hours? I can find T1. T1 is 192 upon 80 because 192 kilometers at 80 kilometers per hour. So this is going to be 8 to 24 upon 10, 2.4 hours, right? So when it is going from here to here, it is taking 2.4 hours. Total is 5.6 hours. So while coming back, it must be taking 3.2 hours. So speed, it is traveling 192 kilometers in 3.2 hours. So 192 upon 32 into 10, this will give by 6. 60 kilometers per hour is the speed at which it came back. Okay, next sum. A starts driving from P to Q at 9 a.m. and B starts driving from Q to P at 10 a.m. B is 50% faster than A. What is the time when they meet if P and Q are 300 kilometers apart and A's speed is 50 kilometers per hour? So there are 2 points, P and Q. So A is traveling from here to here. Speed given is 50 kilometers per hour, right? And he is starting at 9 a.m. and B is starting from here, but he is starting at 10 a.m. And the distance between P and Q is 300 kilometers. So this distance is 300 kilometers. Now we have to find the time when they meet each other. So let us first say, because he is starting at 10, he is starting at 9. So let us first make the time same. So 10 a.m. In 10 a.m. he must have traveled 1 hour. If his speed is 50 kilometers, then he must have covered 50 kilometers here. Which means now the pending distance is 250 kilometers. Now they will be meeting somewhere. So when they will be meeting somewhere, if he has traveled T hours, he also would have traveled T hours. Now since they are moving towards each other, the effective speeds will be the addition of two speeds. So if it is 50, B is 50% faster, which means if it is 50, is 25 kilometers per hour faster than A, which means it is the speed of B is 75 kilometers per hour. Now their effective speed is 75 plus 50, right? And the distance is 250. So it is 250 upon 125. So 2 hours is something that they would have taken to meet each other here. So 2 घंटे बाद मिले होंगे उन लोग, 10 बजे स्टार्ट किए थे, 2 घंटे बाद मिले, मतलब 12 नून को मिले होंगे. Answer is 12. Okay, next. What is the time required by a train of length 350 meters to cross an electric pole with a speed of 70 meters per second? Okay, so if there is an electric pole, the train, when it is covering the distance, it must be covering its own length, because pole width is insignificant here. So distance traveled by the train is equal to the length of the train, which is 350 meters. Its speed is 70 meters per second. So if I divide it by 70, I will get the time it takes to cross. So 5 seconds should be the answer. Next. Sabarmati Express takes 18 seconds to pass completely through a station 162-meter long, and 15 seconds through another station which is 120-meter long. The length of the Sabarmati Express is. So let the length of the Sabarmati Express be L. Now, when it is taking 18 seconds to pass through a station which is 162 meters long, which means it must be covering L plus 162 distance, and it is taking 18 seconds. The speed of the Sabarmati Express must be L plus 162 upon 18. And in second case, its speed should be the length of the Sabarmati Express does not change, but the length of platform is changing, and time is 15 seconds. So in both the cases, the speed is same, which means L plus 162 upon 18 is L plus 120 upon 15. ये 5 से जाएगा, ये 6 से जाएगा, यहाँ आएगा 5L plus 162 into 5 is 6L plus 720. This will go there. So L 720 will come here. 162 into 5, 160 into 5, 800, 800, 2 into 5, 10, 810 minus 720, 90 meters should be the length of Sabarmati Express. 90 is the answer. Okay, next. A train 200-meter long travels at the speed of 72 kilometers per hour. A man is running at 3.6 kilometers per hour in the same direction in which the train is going. The train will pass the man in. So the train is 200-meter long. That is the length of the train. And now it is meters, and the speed of the train is given as 72 kilometers per hour, which is 72 into 5 upon 18. That is 20 meters per second. The speed of the man is 3.6 kilometers per hour, which means 3.6 into 5 by 18. So 36 by 10, 210, 1 meters per second. Now, since they are moving in the same direction, the effective speed is going to be ST minus SM. And the length that they are going to cover is 200. So time it will take is 200 upon ST minus SM, 20 minus 1 is 19. So that is 10 by 19 seconds. This is the answer. Okay, next. So this sum goes like the length of Lucknow Mail is 120 meters and that of a Punjab Mail is 80 meters. These two trains are running in the same direction at 40 kilometers per hour and 50 kilometers per hour. The time taken by them to cross each other. So can I say there is one train which is traveling in this direction 120 meters. Another train which is also traveling in this direction, same direction. The speed is 40 kilometers per hour. The speed is 50 kilometers per hour. Since they are traveling in the same direction, the effective speed is going to be 50 minus 40, that is 10 kilometers per hour. Now, since the distance, the length is in meters, I have to convert the speed into meters per second, which is 10 into 5 by 18, 5, 9, 25 by 9 meters per second. So the time taken would be distance to cross each other upon speed. distance is total 200 and 25 by 9. So 8, 1 by 9, because this will cut by 8, 9 will go up. 72 seconds is the answer. Okay, next. A train passes an electric pole in 10 seconds and a platform 120 meter long in 18 seconds. Its length in meters is. So if there is, let the length of the train be L, and it is passing an electric pole in 10 seconds, which means it is covering its own length. The train is covering its own length in 10 seconds. So speed is going to be L upon 10. And in second case, when it is passing the platform, it is covering the platform's length and its own length. So its speed is going to be L plus 120, and it is doing that in 18 seconds. Now in both the cases, the speed is same. So L upon 10 should be L plus 120 upon 18, 5, 9, 9L is 5L plus 600, 4L is 600, L is 150 meters is the answer. Okay, next. A 175-meter long train crosses a man walking at a speed of 9 kilometers per hour in the opposite direction in 10 seconds. The speed of the train is. So the length of the train is 175. So it is traveling like this, let us say ST, and the man is traveling in this direction SM, which is 9 kilometers per hour. Since the length is in meters, I will convert this into meters per second. So it is 2.5 meters per second. Now, since they are traveling in the same direction, in the opposite direction, the effective speed is going to be ST plus SM, that is 2.5 plus ST, and time taken is 10 seconds. So the speed is distance upon time. So this will be 17.5. If I take 2.5 on that side, it should be 15 meters per second. So I think they have asked the answer in kilometers per hour. So kilometers per hour, I will do it by 18 by 5. So 54 kilometers per hour should be the answer. This is the answer. Okay, next. A coolie standing on a railway platform observes that a train is going in one direction, takes 4 seconds to pass him. Another train of same length going in the opposite direction takes 5 seconds to pass him. The time taken by the two trains to cross each other would be. So let us say the train 1 length is L, train 2 length is also L. The time taken is 4 seconds. The time taken here is 5 seconds. Now, let the speed of first would be L upon 4, and the speed of the second train would be L upon 5, correct? The time taken in seconds by the two trains to cross each other. Now, since they are going in the opposite direction, the effective speed is going to be S1 plus S2. Now, here I know that L is 4S1 and here L is 5S2. So I know 4S1 equals to 5S2. So S1 is 5 upon 4 S2. Now the time taken for them would be the total distance. The total distance is going to be 2L because they are crossing each other. Each length is L, and effective speed is going to be S1 plus S2. Now I can write L in here as 4S1 into 2, and I will just replace S2 as 4 by 5 S1. So S1, S1, S1 will get cancelled. So this will be 8. 5 plus 4, 9. 9 by 5. That is 40 by 9. 40 by 9 seconds is the answer. Okay. Next. So the next sum goes like two trains A and B start simultaneously in the opposite direction from 2 points P and Q and arrive at their destinations 16 and 19 hours respectively after then meeting each other. At what speed the second train B travel if the first train travels at 120 kilometers per hour? So what they're saying is there are destination P and Q. A train A starts from here at 120 kilometers per hour and train B starts from here. We don't know the speed, we have to find out this as kilometers per hour. Now they meet each other at some point, let us say R. So after they meet here, A goes here. So it is traveling at 120 kilometers per hour and time here taken is 16. And then B goes from here to here. It is traveling at S kilometers per hour and here the time taken is 9 hours, which means this distance must be speed into time 9s and this distance must be speed into time 16 into 12 192, so 192 kilometers 1920 kilometers. Now when they are meeting here, train A must have traveled 40 hours and train 2 also must have traveled 40 hours because they are meeting at the same time. So what is T here? T here would be distance. Distance is 9s. This distance is 9s upon speed, which is 120. And what is this T? This T would be distance, which is 1920 upon the speed, which is S here. Which means these both are same, which means 9s upon 120 should be equals to 1920 upon S. If I cross multiply 9s square should be 1920 into 120. 3 threes are 40, 3 ones are 6, 12, 4, 0. So S square is 640 into 40. So 64 into 4, 256, 10 into 10, 100. So S will become, this will be 16 and this will be 10. So S is 160 kilometers per hour. So speed of train B should be 160 kilometers per hour. So 160 kilometers per hour is the answer. Okay. So I think we'll wind up this session here and I'll come again with some more sums, more types on time, distance and speed very soon. Thank you so much.